The delayed 3.6 drip marketing for Honkai Star Rail has now fully arrived, giving us two very familiar yet different faces after delaying the drip marketing so that we would get the reveal via trailer. First of all, I love that. Getting the characters through a trailer in a hype way instead of a static image that is being posted way too early in the morning for me feels overall better, but you of course cannot really do that with every character. Heng and September 11th are our old new characters, who both bring their own charm, and I'm not going to lie, if you watched my initial 3.5 trailer reaction live on stream, you know that I was a bit disappointed. But I will admit that my initial opinion was of course influenced by the poor patch content itself. Starting off with Dan Heng. I, in the beginning, could not believe the rumors that he was supposed to be a free unit. But I kinda get it now. His design is just very basic and not flashy at all. In terms of aura, I would put it 100% behind Imbibita Lunae. But I think that's fine and actually good due to what the design symbolizes after I had some time thinking about it. The new Dan Heng is way closer design-wise to his original 4-star form than Imbibita Lunae, who's way closer to Dan Feng. It's not Dan Heng using the powers of his past anymore, but him fully embracing himself as Dan Heng from the Astral Express, who has absolutely nothing to do anymore with Dan Feng. He proved that through Amphorius, and the way Dan Heng is now compared to how he was during Eurylos 6 is vastly different, and his basic design fits that. The best way for me to describe Dan Heng's new design is basically it being the first evolution of your starter Pokemon. He's what your 4-star Dan Heng evolves into after reaching level 16, and what you will stay with until he evolves again at level 36 into Imbibita Lunae. Basically kinda how Charmeleon feels way closer to Charmander than it feels to Charizard. It isn't flashy, but it has a deep meaning. And while I am 100% in the minority here, I generally find myself enjoying a simple design with a lot of deep meaning behind it, more than a super flashy space cowboy who's just supposed to look super cool. But now, let's get to the star of the show. Someone so popular that they already beat Finon in terms of social media likes in Japan, due to their massive fan base. I'm of course talking about September 11th. Now again, I did not like her design in the trailer. I disliked the brown color, and thought that especially with the crimson red eyes, that a raven black outfit would have fit way more. But it looks honestly fine in the art at least. The red eyes absolutely make my legs weak. Hair as well. The smile, like holy moly. Now, I was hoping that she would be a bit psychotic. Not necessarily evil, but kinda just a bit mad in the head. Since Amphorius is kinda a very Honkai Impact-like story arc, with tons of references that I'm not getting and whatnot, so making a goth girl March 7th kinda gives off some Herrscher of the Void Kiana vibes. Path-wise, there's nothing special. It's literally just Ice Remembrance, like you would expect a 5-star March 7th to be. Now, I've seen some discourse because Cyrene is going to steal March Spotlight, but like, I, to be honest, don't see the issue. March's story arc is not ending here, and this is not going to be the long-awaited Remembrance Goddess March 7th. I think Evernight is going to give us more lore, but will overall maybe just be a split personality, which I hope will become a regular part of her character in the future, who just breaks out at random times. Think of Itadori Sukuna, for example. I think the actual final 5-star March 7th will be her merging her personalities and becoming one again. But we will see. I think the designs are overall great in retro perspective, but I have to say, the order feels incredibly weird, and I 100% believe that Dan Heng should have been the first half 5-star instead of March, especially since the new endgame mode is dropping, and more people will probably struggle due to missing free sustains than due to missing free damage dealers. I'm overall super excited for both, and I'm honestly kinda feeling really happy right now, because even when you get like all these brand new cool looking characters strip marketed, somehow nothing really feels like home than getting an alternative 5-star of some very beloved characters that you've known since the beginning of the game. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think about them, and if you also want me to cover their kits once the beta arrives in roughly a week. And with that out of the way, I will see you in the next one.